Hi everyone, welcome back. We're going to be creating a really fun nail look today by incorporating some of my favorite new Korean gel products from Sweetie Nail Supply. So the first item that we're going to be diving into, it's from DIAMI. It is a Baby Boomer Gel collection. And this right here, it is absolutely fantastic. And I am completely blown away by this. So this is the kit. It comes with these really fun mushroom sponges, and you're going to see everything in action here in just a little bit. And then we have the 10 beautiful colors. Now, I really like the color palette here. We have a little bit of your traditional classic colors mixed in with the perfect pops of neutrals. We are going to create a press-on set today. We're going to be using the medium almond from SARA Friends. These are the etch tips. I've been really enjoying them. They are out of stock, but you could always click the notify me when they're back in stock, and the price is just right. Our base color today, we're going to go in with the Douai Nude White color, and this color is very buildable. I'm going to show you what it looks like with one coat and two coats so you can get a really good feel on this. This is a syrup polish, and I've been really enjoying the Douai formula. The first time I've ever tried anything from Douai was the gel base and gel top coat, and I completely fell in love with the formula. And the brushes in the bottle are absolutely magical. There's just something about the formula and the brushes combined is just chef's kiss. All right, here's what it looks like with one coat. I did cure for 30 seconds, and you can see it's just a very delicate light wash, but we're going to build it up with two coats so you can really see what this color has to offer. And here's what it looks like cured with two coats. I absolutely love this color. I like that it's not so much of like an ivory color. It's like a mixture of like a milky white and ivory combined. It's not too harsh of a white either. It's very beautiful and a great background for any nail art. And I just feel like it's definitely a good color to have in your collection. So now I'm going to show you what it looks like with two coats versus one side by side so you can really get a good feel on how this color can be used with one coat versus two. And here's the color side by side. You can definitely see the color difference of the two coats versus one. Either way, however you want to layer it together, these syrup colors are definitely really beautiful. Now we're going to go in with a really fun chrome. I'm not even going to say the name because I'm not really sure on how to pronounce it right, but this right here, it's a bubble mirror chrome, and it is really, really awesome. I've played with this a couple times now, and I really, first of all, I love the packaging. And there's a little seal on there, and I am going to keep that on there just to prevent any spilling. But look, we have tons of powder in here. I was actually really surprised on how much product came in here. Now, before we get into the chrome application, I am going to go in with a layer of the Douai gel top coat, and you can see that brush. It's completely different, and the formula is a very thin viscosity as well. But there's just something about the formula of the Douai top coat and the brush combined, which makes it just like extra perfection for me. I'm completely obsessed with this combination right here. I'm going in with a very thin layer of the gel top coat, and I'm applying it to all the nails, and I only cured for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to pick up a little bit of that chrome powder, and a little bit does go a long way. I'm just tapping off that extra just on the cover there, and wait till you see the coverage of this chrome. It is magical, right? It's beautiful, and it does remind me of bubbles in the air, like floating, and then the sunlight hits them. So I do like that factor. I can definitely see that mirror bubble chrome coming through, and that was the inspiration behind this collection. But I really like how effortless this is gliding onto the nail. And again, I only cured it for 30 seconds. Then I went ahead and then flipped that sponge around, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and dust off any extra chrome powder, and then I'm going to pop that nail back in the lamp for a full 30 seconds just to finish that cure. But we have a great chrome finish, and this is what method works best for me to get that perfect chrome effect. I just do a little bit of that gel top coat and then cure for 30 seconds, and then I'll go ahead and finish that curing process for a full cure at the end. But definitely a really fun chrome, and I do want to grab some of the other colors. There are 6 colors total in the Bubble Mirror collection, and this right here is color number 3. All right, so we're just finishing up the last nail. I'm going to do the rest of the chrome off camera just to save some time. And then I did do a layer of gel base over all the nails to protect them during our next process, just in case, because now we're going to go in with some nail art, just in case I did anything that I wanted to wipe away. I have that option with that protective barrier of that gel base. All right, so here's all our nails chromed. It is absolutely gorgeous, just like this. That is a great look just on its own, but now we're going to dive into these gel polishes from DIAMI. These are the Baby Boomer gel polishes. We're going to use 3 colors today so you can get a really good feel on 3 out of the 10 colors. Now, originally I was going to use this nail stencil. I figured this would be really fun to play with to creating a little like springy kind of look. I was going to use the flowers and the stars, but I kept this in here because we are going to pivot and do something totally different. But I wanted to give you another option on how to utilize these really fun gels. So this stencil is just from Amazon. I'm going to link it in the description box below. So what I did is I just pulled off that first flower, and then I'm just putting that flower exactly where I wanted on the nail, and then it wasn't sticking exactly where I wanted it, and then I realized I had it upside down, so I flipped it around, and then that flower completely just stuck to the nail. I am going to go ahead and add one more of the flowers. Now this pack came with the shapes, and then it also came with different French tip nail designs. So you have a couple different varieties when it comes to the nail stencils, and the price point was like, I believe like $5.50 for the whole entire pack, and you can reuse them, so that's kind of nice. All right, so we're going to start off with the white first, and then we have our adorable little mushroom sponge. And the mushroom sponge you can order separately, which I really like that about it. So in the kit you got the 10 gel polishes, and then it came with 20 of the mushrooms. I already ordered more of the mushroom sponges, and they come in a pack of 50, which is absolutely awesome. So we picked up a little bit of that white polish, and you can see there a little bit of product does go a long way. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and dab right over those flowers to create the design here. And then right here is when I realized, okay, I'm covering up more of that chrome than I would like. So then I was like, we're going to pivot into a different direction because I wanted really some more of that chrome to kind of shine through. Either way, whatever look you're going for, this is another alternative way to utilize these really fun gels. Now I'm really liking the coverage. You can see we have great coverage, and this is taking just seconds. Right now I'm just being really picky with the stencil, and then I did not cure it. I'm going to go ahead and use one of those tweezers and just pull those flowers off, and then we have some really cute chrome flowers. Now another option is you could do some other nail art inside the little flowers as well. Again, options are endless when you're doing your nails at home. So I did not go ahead and cure that. I'm just going to go ahead and use a lint-free wipe with alcohol in there and just wipe that off so we can start fresh with a different direction here. So what I wanted to show you is how to make some really fun nail art in seconds with those mushroom sponges. Now the combination of the mushroom sponge and these gels are just absolutely perfection, and you don't necessarily need to use these gels with the mushroom sponge. You could also use them for nail art. And I really like the viscosity of these. They are a little bit on the thicker side, so you definitely have more control of the product itself, and it's giving you a really just beautiful gradient effect with the mushrooms, and it's very buildable coverage. So you could keep tapping onto this nail without curing it, and you're still gonna build up that coverage. So right here, I'm like, ooh, do I want to keep this nail with a little bit of a French tip moment here, or do I want to move that gradient effect up a little bit more? And this is when I decided we're just gonna bring it up a little bit more and just create a really fun design here with the mushrooms. But again, you can see here, it takes little to no effort to create a little bit of a design here, and you're getting really good color payoff. That is one of the things that I was completely blown away by, is how buildable and just quick coverage that you get with these gels. They're really magical, and there's just something about the combination of this little sponge and the gels that just make it even better. The mushroom shaped sponge is actually pure genius because you can create really fun aurora effect as well, which we're going to do one here in just a little bit. But I'm really liking the design that we're created here. And here's the first one. And then we're going to end up doing a couple more different designs on the other nails so you can see how easy these gels are to use. Now, originally I was going to go in with this brighter pink, but it was pulling a little bit more on the coral side. So we're going to go ahead and switch it up and use this gorgeous light pink color. And this is when you can see the packaging, it has a little seal on it. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. And I love when those seals just come off so clean. And then we're going to grab another sponge. Now, if you wanted to, you could totally use the same sponge. Since we used a white one, you can definitely use it for the pink one. But I wanted to go ahead and get a fresh sponge. We're going to tap off that extra, And then we're just gonna create a really fun design here. And you're gonna see, this is when you can see we're creating it in real time. And it is super fast and just quick and easy. And it gives you the most beautiful gradient effect. And now if you wanted that even a little bit darker, you don't need to cure it. You could just go right back over it again and to build up that color. I'm really liking how this one turned out. I really like the pink on that pop of chrome. It is absolutely beautiful. All right, we're gonna try another one. We're gonna go in with the purple, and I love a good, just like vibrant purple. And I feel like even though these are neutral colors, and then you have your staples like a red, a black, a white in here, I really like just that pop of delicate purple color. And again, you could totally tone this down by mixing it in with some white as well. This time I want to focus on the middle of the nail, and it's giving me all those Aurora vibes. There's so many different possibilities running through my head right now. And also the dome shape of this mushroom sponge is definitely key, because when you're working with those traditional makeup sponges, it could be like a square or a triangle. It's going to naturally give you harsh edges that you really need to focus on blending away. The mushroom sponge is giving you effortless results right away, which I really like that about this sponge. All right, so I'm going in with the purple, but then I'm like, okay, let's layer some colors in here to really give it a more of like that gradient effect. So I'm not gonna go ahead and cure. I'm gonna go ahead and tap on a little bit more purple, and now we're gonna go in with the white. And we're gonna pick up a little bit more of that white color, and then I am gonna go in and hit it with the pink as well. But you can see here when we are using the different sponges, we are not pulling away or taking off product. We're actually still building up that color. So it's something magical about these gels and the sponges together, but I'm really liking how this looks. And then we have that perfect pop of chrome shining through. For the next nail, I'm going to show you how to create a really easy French tip with minimal effort. So I'm starting right below the tip of the nail, and then I'm going to work that product up just by gently bouncing the mushroom sponge onto the nail, and we are creating a French tip nail in literally seconds. I was so just like impressed by myself for creating this, because first of all, I struggle with making a French tip with a nail art brush, and check it out, we created one in just seconds, and it was really fun to do and really easy to do. Easy is my thing. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I really prefer easy, and this was really easy, so I love it even more. All right, so I'm just cleaning up there, and now we have the perfect French tip nail with a chrome finish. Isn't this fun? It is absolutely beautiful. All right, so let's finish up the pinky nail. For this one, we're gonna go back in with the white, and we're just gonna create a little funky design. And that's the best part about this, is that you can create some really fun designs. All right, so we're gonna do one right there, and then we're gonna put one kind of right in the middle. And then I am gonna go ahead and we're just gonna dab it right on the tip of the nail here. And then we are almost done with our really easy nail art. But you can see here that pigment of that white is just absolutely fantastic. Normally when you're playing with a white like this, you have to go over it a whole bunch of times to really get that color payoff. And you can see here we have the perfect white finish. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and cure that for 30 seconds. And then to clean up this palette, it also comes with these palettes. I just cleaned it off with a little bit of rubbing alcohol. Then to finish up the set today, we're going to do a layer of gel top coat. This is the Douai gel top coat, and everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below. So I'm going to apply it to all the nails and cure for a full 60 seconds. I'm kind of hypnotized by that beautiful chrome. We just had to have a moment there. So I'm finishing up the rest of the nails, and then here's our finished set. How fun is this? We have a little bit of a chrome moment going on, and we have some really fun effortless nail art. So I went ahead and put this set on, and I finished with that Vita oil from Jello, and I'm completely obsessed with this. I did go ahead and end up making another set for my other hand, so I have a matching set for like the first time ever in a really long time. I hope you enjoyed today's simple nail look featuring the DIAMI Baby Boomer Gel Polish Collection. That kit right there, it is fantastic, and everything that we did use in today's video can be found in that description box below, and I'll see you in the next one.